Hey everybody, I am your local Yokel here, and I wanted to do something a little bit different for this here video. I wanted to just talk from the heart, and by from the heart I mean I'm going to read from the script I wrote about an hour and a half ago, because keeping all my thoughts together is hard, especially when I'm this adamant about something. Anyway, I just wasted about a month of my life helping two other people work on a server that fell through. It was mind-blowing, because just like that, gone.
And just like that, it's gone like an angel's kiss.
I was the one that helped with the plugin configurations. I helped build, I helped put out ads to recruit staff members, but I wasn't the one that paid for the server. No. See, the one person that did decided she didn't want to do it anymore after getting pissed off about one thing, and shut the whole server down before we even opened. That's neither here nor there though. This video is about, well, like the title will probably say, Minecraft servers, they suck now, okay? They're terrible. There was a drastic change somewhere in between when I used to play Minecraft versus what the game is today. Actually, I remember right before I took a break, they started enforcing a little ditty called the EULA. I didn't read it because I wasn't a server owner at the time, but I knew nobody was happy about it, and after becoming a server owner myself, I still didn't see a problem. Everyone and their mother went back to doing things that they swore was a EULA violation when the freaking thing came out in the first place. They're all still up, so it clearly wasn't a violation. But that was only a drop in the bucket of things to come, however. Back when I started playing Minecraft, it used to be player-made servers for the players. Back when houses were made from World Edit generated boxes, nobody really cared because it was about the contents in the house rather than its exteriors. Memories were made, people were, believe it or not, happy. Build teams were not yet able to monetize their services because nobody was willing to pay $5 grand for a life-size blizzard dragon for getting snow blocks everywhere. Most of the servers of old times were hosted from the owner's personal computer and were often left on all day. I remember this one I used to play on religiously. Ironically enough, it was a Christian server. Yeah, they were more than just memes back then. But it was an SMP, because most of them back in the day were. But the owner and I became close friends. I don't know what he's up to these days, so don't ask. You did ask, didn't you? What did I just tell you, you son of we had an hour's time difference, so I'd get on later than him, but he had a whole area of plots you could buy and build in the spawn surrounding a big old tower that he used as an office space. Well, that's what he'd tell you at least. I think he used that thing maybe once the entire time we knew each other. Either way, he didn't make money off the server. It was just a place for him and a bunch of our friends to hop on and screw around. Now that I remember it, I reckon it was around 1.5 or 1.8 when that all happened. Times like that, I'll personally never be able to get back again. But what's even worse though, times I'll never be able to recreate again, because of how the dichotomy has changed from being for player to for profit, and it's disgusting. And I'll be honest too, back then, builds kinda sucked, but it was alright, because it wasn't about marketing servers to players like a freaking business. It was about the fun you had, and the memories you can make with all the friends you no doubt have. Back when losing a player on a server was a big deal, and server owners would actually do something about player retention, instead of just waving, "Okay, bye," while the quitting player gives all their stuff away to greedy newbies that couldn't give a crap less about what's happening. I feel adamant about these kinds of things because this was genuinely a game that didn't deserve this kind of fate. Much like everything else under the sun, Minecraft was no exception to corporate greed and general disregard for a player base. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is personalized anymore. It's all cookie-cutter survival servers. Oh, you just downloaded the latest Crates plugin Essentials of World Edit? Congratulations, buddy, use a server owner now. Now hop on the planet Minecraft, click on Maps in the drop-down menu, and find the biggest, most useless spawn to make your server pop, just like everyone else. And don't even get me started with the staff teams anymore either. Back in my day, I feel so old for saying that. Back in my day, you would welcome on new staff members who were part of the community for some time and had a track record. Hiring without instead of within was considered madness.
blasphemy! This is madness!
I had been in charge of several different staff teams over the years, many of which didn't last long because, big surprise, the servers fell apart or just became inactive. Each time that I got a new position, the first thing I'd personally do is kick all the inactive staff members out. The ones that join once a month, those kind, for about 5 minutes at a time, just so they can claim they're active and hold their spot so a more qualified person can't have it. I don't understand what goes through these minds of people that make a commitment to a community just to backpedal less than a week later. And I know exactly what you're about to say. Oh, it's a video game, Yokel, don't take it personally. What bothers me is that these traits, this same enigma is directly reflected to jobs in the real world. If I had a nickel for every instance that I've joined a workplace just to end up having to do someone else's job for them because they didn't feel like it, I could retire tomorrow and buy enough viewers to not need real ones on here. Not to say I do that, because if you look at the viewer count, you'd probably know. Anyway, I'm assuming all of these problems started at or around the same time Microsoft bought Mojang in 2014. It might not have been so prominent in the beginning, but the steep slope could be traced to that same year when once again player-made servers began being flooded by the commercial market and their player base stolen by custom plugins and seductive builds. Now, if we could get past the whole servers became corporations issue, there then becomes this constant thing, for lack of a better word, that exists in servers now. It's plain laziness during server production. It is insane to see the difference between staff teams nowadays versus how they used to be a decade ago, back when team members would show up every day willing to put in the work and not just show up because they want to keep their shiny title. And hell, maybe it's always been this way and I'm just now noticing, but whatever the case may be, this right here is the reason why I do all the work whenever I start my own servers. Because nobody can be trusted worth a crap to do the job that they committed themselves to do. Voluntarily, mind you. Nobody put a gun to the head and forced them to join the team. As a matter of fact, that's why I make it 10 times harder for interviewees when screening them for the helper position. I make it a point to do everything in my power to sift the riffraff and the lazy bastards because I want quality over quantity. And that seems to be a trait lost upon today's society, and it is directly reflected into Minecraft.